Welcome to the bedroom makeover finale that isn't a finale because today's video is all about how to make a space feel finished when it's not finished. Hey, it's Mads and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you guys? We have been making over this space for the last couple of months. There's a couple of reasons makeovers like this take a long time, and the first is being I am but one girl doing it all by myself. I am my own contractor, I am my own interior designer, I am my own financier. So like I wear a lot of hats, which means I do a lot of work for it. I'm also recording it, so that adds time and energy. But a huge reason makeovers can take a long time, especially if you are just doing them yourself in your home, is your budget. You don't necessarily have $5,000 saved up at one time to dump into a room. And that brings me to today's topic, which is all about how to make a space feel finished when there are still things on the list, but you have to wait either for the right product, the right season, or for the budget to accumulate. These are all things that can put delays on projects, and not everyone wants to live in the middle of a makeover. I could live in the middle of a makeover. My partner, the cats, they don't love it. So I really wanted to spend some time this week refining and making this space really feel cozy and like a home so that we could live in it while I continue to save up for some bigger ticket items. The game plan is to get all the things that are necessary for us to be in this room done and feeling complete so that we can go ahead and add more later, but we don't feel like we're missing anything now. That includes finishing the paint job, installing the lighting that will go into this room, and doing a decorating pass with stuff I already had on hand from our old apartment and a couple of really fun thrifted finds. So we're gonna go back and make sure that the paint job is exactly where it needs to be to feel done and complete. If you guys remember, or if you haven't seen this video, I'll give you a little rundown. I actually invested in a spray gun so that we could paint the ceilings of this space and color drench it. So the entire space is covered in Dainty Lace by Bear. I did get my paint from Home Hardware and they just color matched it for me. I didn't buy Bear from Home Depot. I live in Canada. And for the trim in this space, the trim of the windows and the doors and the door trim all got painted in Basswood by Bear. It is the same type of color, just a little richer to add a little bit of visual interest. This space has a lot going on, even for its small size, because it's 2 rooms combined. There are 2 closets, 2 doors, 2 windows, a big beam ahead of me, and I really just wanted to make it feel super cohesive without trying to like overwhelm your senses when you came into it. So we made the executive decision to paint the closet doors the wall color and the actual doors into the room a darker color along with the trim to kind of provide symmetry and balance on both sides of the room so that it can match its friend right beside it. Painting doors in a space, especially if it's not going to just all be one color or you're not leaving them white, can be a little confusing. So rule of thumb is if you can see that part of the door while you're in the room, that needs to be painted. Once the paint went up in here and it was complete, it really started to feel like the room wasn't a makeover zone or a construction zone anymore. It really did make a big difference. And painting takes a long time, and it's why I didn't get finished originally, but taking the afternoon to do this really helped, and I'm so glad I did. Once the paint is up on the wall and dry, I can start installing the lighting that's going to go into this space. Lighting is so important. If you are in a rental or you're somewhere and you can't really do a makeover, I implore you, change your lighting out. Make sure you turn off your breaker and that you watch a YouTube tutorial. I'll link one down below on changing light. It is so simple. Maybe I'll make my own. If you guys want that, let me know. If you want me to make you a tutorial on how to change out a light fixture, let me know. It is such an easy way to just transform a space. You can transform a space through time by just changing a light fixture. They are like most of the time the one thing that's on your ceiling and can make such a huge difference. I picked up these lights from my local Costco. They were actually on clearance. I ended up paying, I think, $34 or $39.99 per light, and they're actually LED panels. They're wired into the ceiling, they're dimmable, you can change the color temperature on them, and they were perfect for this space. I loved the black and the wood. They would just be a huge improvement from the lights that were up there before. If you guys remember those lights, I took those down forever ago. Those lights were rough. And I also wanted to make sure we had some lighting in the form of lamps and sconces. I picked up these sconces also at Costco on a separate trip way down the line, and these are actually rechargeable sconces. They have a USB-C port at the bottom that you plug in. They last a long time. We use them as bedside table lamps because there's not a lot of space there. So I wanted something to be up on the wall. They frame this space so beautifully. They have different temperature settings and different levels of brightness, and they really just add a level of like oomph to the space. These alone were such an improvement. And they were $50 for a pack of 2. I am in love with them. And now that I had a good base, I can start to bring in elements from our old apartment to use as decor in this space. I brought in a bunch of picture frames and odds and ends and trinkets and candles that we used to have that I had stored away, and just started to put them up and see what worked and what didn't. If you aren't very good at visualizing what it's going to look like on the wall and the spacing, a great tip is to cut it out of some form of paper, either construction paper, newspaper, scrap paper, anything, and tape that up to your wall and reconfigure it until you like what it looks like, so you can step back and really see what's going on. I didn't have a lot of art for this space, so I wanted to keep it pretty minimal. I ended up going with this matching frames on this wall. I do wish they were a little bigger, but we're using what we have. And I went with a couple of floral paintings on the wall by the dresser. I did thrift a couple of really cool items, mainly this frame behind me. This had a painting in it at my local thrift store. I picked it up for $24.99, and it was the perfect size to put above our bed. And all I did was swap out the art. I got this piece of art from a free public art website. I think it's the nationalgallery.org. I'll link it down below for you guys. They have all of their like public domain art that you can just download and get printed. I only paid $31 for this big, beautiful print. It looks stunning. And this frame will also be in a future DIY because it is missing a couple chunks, and I do have some ideas to zhuzh it up and make it perfect for this space, but the size and the price was so worth it. And really, that was it. The only other thing that was really brought into this space was this bench from my grandma. She has had this bench for a long time, and we just wanted somewhere to sit, to get dressed and stuff like that, to kind of throw your clothes. A little chair in this space was what we felt like we were missing, so we're using this for now, and it goes really well. I love the style, the color is great. That's it. It really didn't take much for this space to really feel like ours and feel like a home and feel cozy and calm. Like when I walk in here, I just want to go, oh, you know, like that's all I want to do in this room is just go to bed, take a deep breath, play a little Stardew Valley, and conk out. That is all I want to do here, is just sleep. Like, it is so nice and calm and cozy, and I am so grateful I took the time to make this room feel complete while we were living in it. Before I wrap up this video, I just want to mention very quickly some things that are on my list to happen in here. We are going to move on to different projects, but I am looking for nightstands, either a single one that goes with this one because I don't mind it. It needs a makeover, but I like the size. I would like another one to go over here. I want to build my own bed frame. I think a little mini 4-poster bed in this space would be stunning. That's on my list for sure. Biggest ticket item on my list is these floors. We have talked about it. I'm not a big carpet person with the cats. It's just really hard to maintain. I have to vacuum a bunch and to keep it. And I would love to put in matching laminate that's in the rest of the house in this space. Other than that, this space feels really complete, and like we can live in it and not feel disjointed or like we're living in a makeover. And that's all we really needed to do, was a few simple things to really make it feel like home. All right. To wrap this video up, here are a couple of my favorite tips to make unfinished makeover feel more complete. The first tip I have is finish what you can. Even if that just means doing your touch-up paint and getting that step done, if that means switching out your hardware that you already have, or putting up the lights that you bought, whatever it is that you're waiting to do until it's done, just do it now, and that will really help you feel more complete and like there's less things to do and less overwhelmed with the project. Second, focus on what you can do now. This goes with the first one. I am not in a place where I can build a bed frame or I can learn how to lay floors. Those things are going to take more time. So I did the things I knew I could do, like switching out the lights, painting, decorating with what I already had, and really using the skills I currently have to the maximum to make this space feel complete. And the third is trust yourself and believe that you can do it, because it is not as hard as you may think. Can make a space feel done when it isn't done yet, and working in phases is okay. You don't need to have $5, $10, $15,000 saved up to do a makeover. You can do it on a very limited budget. What you think? And really make your space feel so comfortable and cozy. Whatever you want it to feel. I'm after comfortable and cozy. Whatever you want to feel, you can make it. Oh, you just want to be on the bed? He just wants to sit beside me. He said, "Mommy, not lap time." You sit with Mommy while she does her outro. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will see you next week. We are moving on from the bedroom makeover. It may be another dresser video, but it is a special dresser video next week. So I will see you then. Love ya. Bye. Oh, he's a big boy. Oh, who's the biggest boy? Why are you being so cute? Are you being so cute? No, I want up. I would like to hold you, please. I would like to hold you. Hi. I would like to snuggle bump you. Hi. I know. Tragic. Also, the cats look so good in this space with all the black details. I did not think of that when I chose black as like the metal and accent color. I did not think that they would look so good in this space. Like, look at him. He looks so good. He matches. And it is so hard to get black cats to look. And my golly, they just look so cute curled up in this bed. I couldn't ask for it to work out any better.